Hello, hello, hello. How do you do? I'm glad to be with you. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day, wherever you are. It's another wonderful opportunity to have you on today's financial intelligence moment with the FBI coach on the Grace Impact Radio, where word, music, and entertainment lives. And on the Grace Impact Radio, we give it to you hot and spicy. So don't touch that dial. Keep it live on the Grace Impact Radio. I want to welcome every one of you. I want to welcome those joining me on the Mixer app, those joining from Facebook and YouTube. Now, those joining on Facebook and YouTube, please tell me where you are viewing from, and also remember to drop your favorite emoji. Drop that hot emoji in the comment section. Yeah, those listening on the Grace Impact Radio, if you are logged into the Mixer app, you can also comment. Okay, but if you're not logged in, I would encourage you to download, go to your Play Store or the App Store to download the Mixer app. And on the Mixer, when you have registered your account, you just search for Grace Impact Radio. So that will enable you put up comments every time you are requested to, or you are asked to make a comment. It's another wonderful time. It's another wonderful day. My name is Charles Eze. They call me the FBI coach. What I do is to help my clients increase influence and also help them make more money, through my specialized trainings, teaching them how to monetize their knowledge, how to monetize their passion, how to monetize their skills. I help people convert what they have in their head into their bank accounts. It's as simple as that. So today we shall continue on the book review. For the past 8 weeks or 8 weeks or 7 weeks, we've been reviewing the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. This book has made me millions. This book has transformed everything I know about making money. I have said this repeatedly and I'm saying it again. This is one of the books that changed my financial life. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, Business of the 21st Century by Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, and Secret of the Millionaire Mind by Harv Eker, and by the book by Wallace Wattle, Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattle. These 5 books changed everything I know about money, everything I know about impact. Okay, there is a 6th book, 6th book. Well, that also increased my leadership skills. That increased how I sell, how that increased how I give out value. That's the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. There are quite a lot of books that have made massive impact in my life, in my finances, in my business, in everything I do. However, these 5 books stand out. These 5 books stand out. So if you got the titles, please put it in the comments. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki, Business of the 21st Century, Robert Kiyosaki, Secret of the Millionaire Mind, Harv Eker, and Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattle. These 5 books. Then the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. This book changed everything I know. So put it in the comment section if you got this book. And I'll also encourage you to buy these books. Make up your mind that the remaining half of this year, I will change the things I read. This book, I have gone through it 4 times. I have gone through it 5 times, and I'm going through it again. Before the end of this year, I want to make it to 7 times. I want to go through this book 7 times. Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattle, I have gone through it 10 times. Secret of the Millionaire Mind, it has become my second Bible. I read it every month. Every month I read it. Every 10 days of the month, of the new month, I finish the book. You know, I can't count number of times I have gone through that book. All through last year, I went through this book, The Secret of the Millionaire Mind by Have Eka. Since the beginning of this year, I have gone through it. So if I should count, I'm sure I must have gone through that book close to 20 times. I can literally tell you the things that are inside every chapter of that book. And the book is atomic, is nuclear bomb. Let me use the word nuclear bomb, not even atomic. Anyway, so the book is mind-boggling. The book is mind-stretching. Buy these books, okay? Now, if you haven't shared this link to the YouTube, to the Facebook, to the Grace Impact video, please share the link. Share. Just share it as far as you can. Share it as much as you can. Share it with your friends, with your neighbors, with your acquaintances, even your enemies. Share it with them, because that will make them be at peace. Share it with your loved ones. Share it with your team members. Let's be a blessing wholesale. One of the things I learned in Stephen Covey's book is to become a blessing wholesale. I learned from that book how to give more use value than cash value. Giving out what? Use value than cash value. And it has put a lot of money in my pocket. So share this link. Let's be a blessing wholesale. All right. In the next few minutes, I'll be summarizing this book so we can go about our business. We've talked about chapter 1, chapter 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if you missed any of this, go to my YouTube channel, FBI Coach. One word, FBI Coach. You will see the video there. And grab it, digest it, and learn as much as you can. I recommended earlier that if you have gone through this book before, or you are yet to go through it, read a chapter a week and follow me through. Read a chapter a week. On a particular chapter, you can finish one chapter 3 or 4 times in a week. So, but if you give yourself, if you're reading a chapter 3 times every week, there are 13 principles he shared in this book. At the 13th principle, you must have gone through the book 3 times. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. So today, we shall be looking at the 9th principle, which is persistence. 9th principle is persistence. He called persistence, I beg your pardon. He called it the sustained effort necessary to induce faith. The sustained effort necessary to induce faith. And we know that faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Faith simply means planning. If you plan your day, if you plan your tomorrow, if you plan your future, you are simply exercising faith. It is essential for you to practice persistence. It is essential for you to have that habit of persistence. See, in this chapter 9, Napoleon Hill made us to understand that persistence is an essential factor. Is an essential factor in the procedure of converting your desire into money. So if you want to convert your desire into money, you must learn persistence. And it's the basis, or rather, let me put it this way. Its basis, the foundation of persistence is found in your what? Willpower. In the power of will. That's where you find the foundation of persistence. Because if you don't have that willpower, you will not be able to go through it. Persistence is imperative. You know, without it, you'll be defeated even before you start the journey. Without persistence, you'll be defeated before you start the battle. You know, so read this particular chapter as often as you can, as needed. Keep it in mind that persistence has no substitute. There is no substitute for persistence. Now, majority of people are ready to throw their arms and purposes over the board. Why? Because they give up. They give up at the first sight of an opposition or a misfortune. They just give up. But only a very few carry on despite all opposition, despite all challenges, until they attain their goals, until they attain that particular milestone which they have set for themselves. And this particular set of people are very few. They are the Carnegies. The men who built America. There are about 5 of them. If you haven't watched that documentary, please go and look for it. It's 8 hours documentary, mind-boggling, mind-loaded. And when I give out content, it's something you can trust. It's something you can bet your life on, because I have gone through this. Watch that video. Go on YouTube and search for it. Search for difference. In YouTube, they broke it into series, season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So watch it and learn a lot. There are 5 men who built the economy of America. We have Colonel Vanderbilt. Colonel Vanderbilt built the rail. We have John D. Rockefeller. John D. Rockefeller built the steel. He changed the way skyscrapers were built in those days, from block to steel. Then we have, John D. Rockefeller. It was Andrew Carnegie that invented steel. Then John D. Rockefeller is the one that invented the Standard Oil, where we have the Chevron, we have the Mobile and all that. So John D. Rockefeller came up with oil. Then J.P. Morgan came up with the Wall Street, the banking industry we have today. The financial world was J.P. Morgan, and we also have Henry Ford, who commercialized vehicle. Now, Henry Ford did not invent vehicle, rather he commercialized vehicle. Then along the line, I can't remember who exactly brought Thomas Edison. I can't remember if it was Andrew Carnegie or John D. Rockefeller. One of the two brought Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison commercialized the incandescent lamp, which we use today. So this category of people, these are the category of people that, despite everything that happens, they keep pushing. Like Thomas Edison said, he has not failed. He has learned 10,000 ways of not producing an incandescent lamp. So you need to keep on keeping on, regardless of any obstacle you encounter. By the way, you will be tested. Yeah, if you decide to practice persistence, you will be tested. But self-discipline is required. Self-discipline is needed for you to achieve your desired goal. And self-discipline is the ability to give yourself an order and follow it. It's just like in the army. They give an order and the battalion follows that order. Even if that order goes against their will, they follow it. So that's the way you must discipline yourself, give yourself an order, and follow through. Moreover, executing your directive demands willpower. Like I said earlier, that the foundation for persistence is based on what? Willpower. Willpower is required to exercise persistence. Now, most people fail to get what they want in life. Do you know why? Because they quit very soon. They quit at the sight of opposition. Overcoming challenges should be part of your life, because it's part of becoming, it's part of the essential ingredients needed to become successful. And perseverance will eventually advance you towards what? Your goal. Perseverance is one of the fruits of the Holy Spirit. A quitter never wins, and a winner never quits. So you must make up your mind, decide, determine, and say to yourself, I'm not quitting. I'm not quitting, no matter what happens. See, one of the key things which Napoleon Hill spoke about in this book, it's found in chapter 2. You know, the first test of your persistence will come when you begin to follow those 6 steps, which he talked about in chapter 2. And these 6 steps he talked about are, number 1, you must fix your mind on the exact amount which you want. Number 2, you must determine exactly how you intend to give something in return, or rather, what sacrifices are you willing to make to get this amount which you desire. Number 3, he said you must establish a definite date. You must have a timeline. I want to make $1 million by December 31st, 2022. You must give it a definite timeline. Then number 3, you must create a definite plan for carrying out that goal, for carrying out that desire. It's not enough for you to have a plan and say, I want to make $1 million by December 31st, 2020, and you start going and you go about start praying without doing anything. No, you won't achieve it. You must create a definite plan. How do I want to create this $1 million? How do I want to make this $1 million? You need to break it down into chunks. Then number 5, write out the exact amount you intend to acquire every month. This is how much I want to acquire. Every week, this is how much I want to acquire. So you see, you are breaking it down into chunks to give you definite plan, to give you daily plan, to give you daily activities, to-do list. I call it DMO, daily method of operation. You need to give yourself a clear DMO. In my study, I have a board, and all the things I want to do in the month of June is written on the board, clearly written. So every time I wake up, I sit on my study, I'm looking at it. Okay, this is what I want to do. Week 1, this is what I want to do. Week 2, this is what I want to do. Then on the other side of the board, I have where I write down my to-do list for the day. And I also have my to-do list on my mobile. Now, I noticed that putting down my to-do list on the board was becoming a lot of activity for me. I decided to move my to-do list on my mobile. But every week, for the month, I have the things I want to do for the week stated clearly on my board. So you must write down the exact amount you intend to acquire every week. Then number 6, all these things, you must read it out to yourself every night. Read it out to yourself every night. So he said, if you must be persistent, you must practice these 6 principles. You want to know more about those 6 principles? Check out my video. I talked about it in my YouTube. Yeah, that chapter 2, where he talked about desire, the starting point of all achievements. So check out, go to my YouTube channel, FBI Coach, one word. You will see where I reviewed that particular chapter so you can digest it and enjoy a lot about it. Now, he also spoke about, in this chapter 9, persistence, he spoke about poverty consciousness. See, poverty consciousness occupies the mind by default. But money consciousness must be created. You must alter the process. You must alter a lot of things for you to acquire that money consciousness. After the fall of Adam, man thinks only negative. Man's mind tilts only to the negative. That's why negative news flies faster than positive news. That's why you get a lot of negative reviews flying faster than positive reviews. So it's just like grass. Grass does not need your permission to grow. It just grows on its own. So you must consciously develop that money mindset if you must get out of poverty. Now, you may find it necessary to snap out of your mental inertia, by developing a conscious effort to stop thinking negatively. So you might be moving at a slow pace initially, but don't give up. Keep on moving. Then increasing your speed until you gain complete control over your will. Some people still have their will controlling them, but you need to start. You need to start doing something. Start doing it bit by bit, and gradually you will achieve your purpose. You'll achieve your goal. So you must be persistent. You must be persistent, no matter how slowly you may start. No matter how slowly you may start, you just have to be persistent. John D. Rockefeller said something. He said, I do not think there is any other quality so essential to success of any kind as the quality of perseverance. He said, it overcomes almost everything, even nature. Persistence overcomes almost everything, even nature. You know, the good part of having a mastermind group is the fact that all of you will keep encouraging one another. You know, it aids other members in the development stages to maintain the habit of learning from one another, because in your mastermind group, values are shared. You know, things that will make you move from point A to point B are shared. And Napoleon Hill talked about the mastermind group in chapter 10. Chapter 2. So we'll deal more on the mastermind group much later. How about Kaufman? I hope I got his name right. How about Kaufman said, persistence is the habit of victory. Persistence is the habit of victory. Then John Mason put it this way: it takes the hammer of persistence to drive the nail of what? Success. It takes the hammer of persistence to drive the nail of success. Persistence depends on our mindset, to be frank. You know, it's a habit that you could learn. And Napoleon Hill stated 8 stages. 8 stages you can, or 8 things you need to do to cultivate the habit of persistence. 8 things you need to do to cultivate the habit of persistence. And number 1 is definiteness of purpose. Definiteness of purpose. Knowing exactly what you want. Do you know what you want out of life? Do you know what you want to achieve this month of June? Do you know what you want to achieve next week? You must have that definite purpose. Number 2, desire. Once you have that definiteness of purpose, it says that desire is becoming obsessed with amassing your monetary fortune. Desire. My desire is to earn $1 million between now and December 31st, 2022. I have that strong burning desire. Number 3 is self-reliance. It's one of the ingredients of, or one of the ways to cultivate persistence. Self-reliance. Believe that you can follow your plans. Believe that you can follow your plans, you know, and increase your persistence. Believe. The belief I'm talking about is the BELIEF, not the VE. BELIEF. Believe that you can follow your plans and you increase your persistence. Then he also talked about definiteness of plans. Definiteness of plans. It's an organized, thorough plan that guide you forward, that lead you forward. Then he also talked about accurate knowledge. Is another habit you need to cultivate to have good persistence. Accurate knowledge, ensuring that your plans are based on facts. You are not just doing theories. You have studied it. You know, if I haven't read this book, I wouldn't be here to, I wouldn't be here to share what I know with you. Okay, so you must have accurate knowledge of what you are talking about. Then cooperation. Members of your mastermind can also encourage you to build persistence. Number 7, he talked about willpower. Willpower, concentrating your attention on seeing your plans through to completion. Like I said earlier, willpower is the foundation for persistence. You must develop that willpower. Then number 8, habits. Habits. Persistence is the direct result of habits. Persistence is the direct result of what? Habits. What you do daily becomes who you are. What you do daily becomes who you are. By repeatedly acting courageously, fear can be overcome. You can overcome fear by doing certain things every day. So if your plan is procrastination, one of the ways you can deal with procrastination is to get a book and write out everything you want to do and get an accountability partner that will hold you accountable and make sure the person buzzes you or jumpstarts you to ask you, hey, have you done this? Have you done that? Have you done this? Have you done that? So that's one of the ways to deal with procrastination. One of the ways to deal with telling yourself, okay, I will start it today. It's still procrastination. But if you are the type that you don't procrastinate, you do things, but you're not getting the right results, then you need to have a right mentor. You need to have someone that will hold you by the hand and drag you through the right path, because a mentor sees ahead of you. A mentor knows a few things you have not known. Now, there is an exercise which I want you to carry out. This exercise will determine, will help you in the area of developing persistence. First, you need to determine a goal you want to achieve in the next 6 months. Determine a goal. Tell yourself, ask yourself, say to yourself, what do I want to achieve in the next 6 months? So number 1, make a list of action steps you must take to achieve this particular goal. Like I said to you, my goal is $1 million between now and December 31st, 2022. So I write out the list of action steps I need to take in achieving this $1 million, because it's not enough for me to come out and say, I want to make $1 million. Number 2, in addition, write out the mental attitude you will need to maintain to accomplish this fast. To accomplish this money, what are the mental attitudes I will need? I put it down on the paper. Number 3, every night I take a sticky note and rate myself from 1 to 10. 1 indicates I let go of the day without doing anything on my list, which is maintaining bad attitude. Then 10, a 10 written down is signals top performance. I executed my goals, I executed my plans, and that's a very good attitude for the day. Then number 4, I place those sticky notes on my bathroom mirror where I can see it every now and then. The next step is that each day I add a sticky note to the mirror. Then the last point is that it will now become so obvious to me how well I am doing. Now, these steps will help you rate yourself if you are doing the right thing. Are you allowing time to just slag? Are you doing what you should do, or you are just doing by and by? You are saying, "Que sera, sera," whatever will be. So make sure you do this. You take these steps. If you got it, please put it in the comment section. If you didn't get it, let me go through it again because we are ending this session in the next few minutes. Number 1, make an action. Okay, first you must have a goal. Then first thing you must do is to make a list of the things you want to do, action steps you want to take. That is number 1. Number 2, in addition, write out the mental attitude which you will need to achieving that particular goal. Number 3, every night, take a sticky note and rate yourself from 1 to 10 on what you have done. So number 4, 1 indicates you didn't do anything. You let the day to slide. Number 5, 10 indicates you are on top. You're on top of your game. You did very well. Then number 6 step is that you now place those sticky notes on your bathroom mirror, or somewhere you can read it clearly to yourself. Number 7, each day, add a sticky note to that mirror. Number 8, or the number 8 is that it will now become obvious to you by the time you go through the sticky notes, rating yourself 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 10. You now tell yourself, oh, I have done well, or I haven't done well. I believe you got value from today. And if you didn't share this video, please remember to share it. Go to my YouTube channel, FBI Coach, share the video. And remember, habit of persistence is the best insurance against failure. Thank you very much for hanging out with me on this half hour with the FBI Coach on Grace Impact Radio. I'll see you on the next episode, same time next week. Don't touch that dial. Keep being your best. Have a great day.